the last step in the determination of absolute configuration is to view molecules so that the lowest priority group is at the back or at the rear. And as we discussed before, the lowest priority group can be anywhere, or it can be drawn really in any way, given the tetrahedral nature or the tetrahedral shape of chiral molecules, for example. Now, the lowest priority group can be drawn on the plane, in other words, and if it's on the plane, it can be up or down, and it can be drawn also outside the plane, and if it is outside the plane, it can be outside the plane to the front or outside the plane at the back. So what we need to do now is to take different cases. Let's say case A, if group, or if the lowest priority group is on the plane, and let's say on the plane up as an example, on the plane up. So something like this. This is a tetrahedral drawing, and if this is carbon number, well, not carbon, a group number 4, and this is, for example, 1, and that's 2, and that's 3. Now, how do we look at this, or where do we look at this? Now, if we look, the way to do this job is actually to view the molecule so that the lowest priority group is away from us. So this is where group number 4 is, or the lowest priority group. So we should look at from here, actually opposite to the lowest priority group. So this is the direction of vision, if you like, and that's something like the eye, something like that. So that's where we should look at the structure is opposite to the lowest priority group. If we look opposite to group number 4, and the way it's drawn now on the plane, what do we get? Well, if we look from below, we get something like this. So that's 2, this is 3, and this is 1. The idea of this is basically you don't see number 4, you don't see the lowest priority group, and then you have 3 groups, basically 1, 2, and 3. Now, it's something like this. So if the blue, let's assume that the blue is the lowest priority group, so we need to look from here. And remember, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So 1, 2, 3. So we need to look from here. And if we look from here, so that this is not seen actually, or behind, then we get something like that. Remember, this is 1, this is 2, and that's 3. So the blue is not actually seen like that. It's, in a way, it's like a steering wheel, which is also correct, yeah. Okay, so we have 1, we have 2, and we have 3. Now, we have like 3 bonds. Number 4 is not seen. That's exactly the point, is we view the molecule so that the lowest priority group is completely behind, and then we end up with only 3, and then we check rotation. If the rotation is clockwise, then it's R. If the rotation is counter clockwise, it is S. If you look at this now, it's 1, 2, 3. So this is actually counter clockwise rotation, like that, 1, 2, 3. So therefore, this is S. If the rotation again counter clockwise, it is S. Otherwise, it is R. Of course, the enantiomer of this, or the mirror image of this, should have opposite rotation, and that's exactly what we'll take in the next short lecture.